she's never going to come back and there's nothing we can do about that. And each day, as soon as you wake up in the morning and you see a picture outside at bed, then it's heart-wrenching, isn't it?
Yeah,
and just everything about your day, we're always focused on Mia. But now, smallest little thing and you think, oh, I mirrored her like that, but she's not here. What is it?
Shut that off.
Take the paper off and have a look.
It what?
The best day of her life, weren't it?
Yeah.
We felt we've always wanted children, and then obviously when she arrived, it was like, oh well, all those Christmases have come once. We've got best ever present. Oh. Every day we were just so thankful for what we got, and it's like milestone that she met. We were like, oh, you know, she's done this, and we'd be sending each other a picture when each of us had got her, and. Everybody just they just idolised her, and everywhere she went, she just
lit up the room.
A smile.
A smile would just. As
she got older, she was just such a character, weren't she? Things that she did, and just like just little certain things that she did, her mannerisms, and she was just so funny.
We all did happy stuff together, didn't we? And
we took her to the ball pool, didn't we, to the park. She was so independent, she wanted to do everything on her own. She went through a phase, it started back in November last year, where she started having fits. And obviously each time she had a fit, we rang 999, we're up at hospital.
Ambulance come
and they were putting it down to febrile convulsions. We went to Manchester Alexandra Hospital on 8th of March to see a consultant, as we paid private, just to get her checked out to see if she got epilepsy or not. She was in the car, she was singing, weren't she, and talking to us, and she was running around hospital and she was swinging on the doctor's chair. And then on the way back, we decided to call for some dinner, didn't we? We got in and we ordered us dinner, and she'd had a drink and she was sick. And then we on his way home, but she was fine, weren't she? But then she was a little bit sick at my dad. And that night, the evening time, she was playing, weren't she? She would have been sleeping, she'd have a sleep on settee and then she'd get up and play, wouldn't she?
Then she was playing about again, and then
and I noticed that she got, at 10:15, she got one red spot on her rib. And I said, didn't I bet she's getting chicken pox. Because there were no other, it didn't even look like a rash. It was just one red spot. We went to bed at 10:15, we put her in bed with us, didn't we? So obviously we could keep a bit of an eye on her. She woke me up at 2:15, drink. And obviously that was the last thing she actually said, what a drink. We gave her a drink, he come down for some Calpol, and I could see from glare on landing, she was absolutely plastered in purple rash. So it was then, screamed to you, didn't I, we need to get her to hospital. I think she's got meningitis. And we were at hospital in no time. They were doing everything they could. There were doctors and nurses just
coming from home.
Everywhere, weren't they? And obviously they explained that she was really poorly, and then we just watched it all unfold from there. She crashed and they were working on her. It just didn't feel real. And I'm thinking, this shouldn't be happening to us. It's something you see on telly. It's not something that you witness and you take part in it.
Not close to home.
We got to hospital at 2:30 and she was dead at 5 o'clock. When consultant come out to see us, she said that at one stage all the SATs and things had improved, but then obviously it took a
dip,
and obviously we lost her. It's been a case review because they had to do a post-mortem, and obviously results confirmed that obviously it was meningitis B that she died from, and that she really stood a very minimum chance of surviving, because obviously the meningitis was so aggressive in her little body. Her body was just too much for her body to be able to take. I remember waking up at 5 o'clock that next morning thinking I could hear her crying, and I darted to her cot, and then when I got to her cot it all hit me that she weren't there. She was never going to be there again. You feel isolated. We didn't want to go out anywhere, because when we were out anywhere we thought people were staring at us and they were
thinking, look at them trying to carry on with their lives.
They shouldn't be doing this because they've just lost their daughter. What they're doing here, doing this, or at rest at world carrying on as normal. But you're at the other side of the window and you're screaming out for it to stop, and you need you want somebody to feel your pain. Obviously when Mia died, you get your different leaflets and that from hospital, and different outlines, and we rang Meningitis Now up and we spoke to them and obviously explained what situation we were in, and you couldn't have wished for anybody better. They were on phone hours, you know, talking us through how we felt, and you know that it were natural to feel like that, and they've been absolutely fantastic, haven't they? I mean, they just we've had texts off them to make sure that we're okay. The ringers, they send us letters, they sorted us counselling out. They've just been absolutely fantastic. 2 weeks before Mia died, I remember reading a story about a little girl that died with meningitis, and I was sat on the sofa and I said to Matt, what must their mum and dad be going through? It must be awful. 2.5 weeks later, we were in that situation. A child under 5 can't tell you that their head hurts, the neck hurts, they're stiff. You've got to go on their appearance and almost the silent symptoms, because they can't tell you. So if you feel for 1 second that there's something not right and it's not just a cough and cold, get medical help as soon as, up at hospital, your doctor. Don't wait for that rash to appear. So obviously from this is why we want to raise as much awareness of meningitis as we possibly can. We've done news interviews, we've done TV interviews, obviously telling our story about meningitis and getting Mia's story out there.
Trying to get awareness out.
To raise as much awareness as we possibly can. We've done a memory walk at Bristol, planning a memory walk in our Mia's memory, obviously in Cudworth, Lunwood and Montbretton. Skydive in September around her birthday, just to get as much out there as we possibly can. If you were born after May 2015, then your child qualified for the meningitis B vaccine. As Mia were born in the September 2014, she was actually 8 months too old, so she missed out by 8 months. Vaccinating all under 5s and giving them that chance. They can't put, at the minute they're putting a price on a child's life. They can't do that. There's too many children that's died from this deadly virus as it is. If there's a vaccine out there, why can't they roll it out to all children? There's a new campaign now, it's called Voice for Kids, and urging all parents to put the children's name down to see if Jeremy Hunt can take some notice and try and get this vaccine rolled out. Initially for all under 5s, but eventually for all under 11s.
She'd make anybody smile. Whatever the she could meet them just for 30 minutes and she'd make them smile.
I just see her as being a bubbly 18-month-old that I just adored her so much. She was my absolute world. She was just so smiley, chatty, bubbly. She was just everything anybody could ever want.